thief taken. Now, there is a prowler hanging around our building. In fact, it's our reporter, Nick Knowles. Nick?
Yeah.
Nick? I'm very surprised at you. Very, very surprised.
Well, the television business hasn't been going too well for me. Apparently £5 a show is a normal rate, and I just can't get by on that. So I'm
That's extortionate.
I know. That's what they were saying. So I've had to add to my income, and I'm out and about vagabonding, thieving, and nicking stuff, basically. Anything I can get my hands on, and there's plenty to get my hands on in here, so I'm going to be moving around, taking it.
So you think, Nicholas.
Absolutely,
Nick by name, Nick by nature, it seems. But there are eyes watching his every move. Strange eyes that belong to this real-life RoboCop, specially designed to deal with those like Nick. Now, this is the brainchild of Martin Smith from the University of East London. Just tell me about a few things that RoboCop has that I...
Well, it has red, which see in the dark. 2 lasers, which work as rangefinders.
That's to judge the distance between the robot and something else.
That's right.
Okay.
And it has eyes which scan, looking for objects and obstacles.
Okay, and it's got a gripper here that seems to be going
that's
in
right.
and out. Okay, fine, RoboCop, with just one arm. So what would this be than, say, having security cameras around the place?
If it was a big, complicated building, you'd have to have hundreds of cameras, whereas this can patrol a whole building with just 2 cameras. And the information back to a central control, so you can have dozens of these patrolling dozens of buildings.
And it can operate in the dark?
Yes.
All right, then. Okay, so go find Nick, collar him. He's outside the studio, RoboCop. How does he find his way around, then?
It has to plan a path.
Right.
It has to work out from its sonar sensor signals where all the walls are, where all the obstacles are, and find the shortest possible path between each of the obstacles.
All right. So let's have a look at what he might be seeing, then.
Well, at the top in the middle is the robot, and as it scans around, it produces the pink areas, which are the walls and obstacles, and it remembers the path it's been, and that line is the path it's travelled on, and gradually, when it's found all the walls and all the obstacles, when it's got a complete map, it stops and says, now I know the complete map of the building I'm in.
Okay, well, let's put that to the test, because RoboCop is outside the studio now, where we keep all of our props and mess. And speaking of mess, Nick is hiding there somewhere.
You'll never take me alive, cobber. Actually, he'll never take me at all, will he? Because he's a robot. He hasn't got any eyes, so he's never going to find me. Looks like he's found me. I better get going. Oh, right. If I go in amongst all the metalwork, I'm never going to get caught. Well, he can never get through. He's catching me anyway. Maybe if I was... How about... No, it's a dead end. Right, I'm off. Of course, the worry is that this is probably being recorded on its little eyeballs and being fed to some... or even straight back to the police. Maybe it could even be used in evidence afterwards. I'm going to try and escape from it round here. Oh, good grief. Still there. Where's it going to go? Have I got time? No, I've got nowhere... I've got nowhere left to go. That's it, it's got me. It's a fair cop, Governor. I wonder, could I interest you in some cash, perhaps, sir? Seems I can.
No, you've lost it now, Nick. Leave the money where it is. He kind of arrested him, didn't he?
Well...
Successful?
Well, I'm a bit disappointed with the failure of the sleaze test, but the hot pursuit mode seemed to be 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. All right, then. So when and where might we see RoboCop in the future? Because obviously RoboCop is a prototype.
That's right. In warehouses, in anywhere where there's valuable stuff to protect, and big buildings, and eventually maybe...
Really? Yes. And what might they do in the home? Make a do all that kind
We're
of thing?
hoping they're going to be able to help disabled people and people who've lost some of the strength in their arms.
Excellent. All right. Well, maybe we'll see RoboCop again in some future, Martin. Of course, if RoboCop is going to be a night watchman, our security guards here have a little tip for him. They say he's going to have to learn to make tea and watch television as well.